So hello everyone, we're in the 3.17.2 live build. So they launched live last night. I'm sorry if my throat sounds a bit awful. And yeah, it's gone live. That's mainly what this video is to talk about. It's that the new Star Citizen patch is out, it's gone to live. There was a big wait for it. It went live, I think, about 1 o'clock in the morning, my time. British Britbong time. And yeah, now I've got to go and collect everything. So I figured I'd basically just run through a little video of what I would do in a wipe situation. Hilariously, even though we've had a wipe, so technically speaking, your loadouts, your inventory, all your money has been reset to default, to 0. Star Citizen and CIG said in a quirk that they would, based on the playtime that you had in the 3.17.1 build and the money that you had in there, they would give you some money back. Turns out, money's not going to be an issue for me in this build. For some reason, I still have 24 million AUEC. So, considering I only had about 2 million when I remember that was what I had when I finished up in the 3.7.1 build and I kind of stopped playing and then went to PTU. It's not going to be an issue. This does mean that I can buy some ships, 1 or 2 ships that I like, that I use for a lot of stuff. So I'm probably going to buy a 100i and an Eclipse to do some fun ERTs with. So I have noticed though that now I've been stood here for a few minutes before I started recording. This elevator is busted to all hell. So it's nice to see that that's not been fixed in the build. So unfortunately we've got to do it the old-fashioned way. And go kaput. It sounds a bit funny, but we'll wake up in a medical centre and that means we can leave and go and do our own thing instead of being trapped in the apartments like some kind of Groundhog Day puzzle. There we go. Eclipse talking at Grim Hex. So I do need to go to Grim Hex, so that's why I have the chat open, because there is... these servers are up to capacity, so if I press F11 to bring the chat up, you can see that there is 98 people on this server, so they have indeed doubled the server cap for now. They've said that they may bring it down again, oh hello random trolley, before they do things like Siege of Orison and the jump down events, so for now we have higher server caps, which is great for big player battles and things like that, but it does mean that there is the potential for a lot more chaos depending on who is feeling trolley and what mood they're in on the servers at the moment. So it's well worth your while to keep an eye on chat. Right. What do I do when I start in a new wiped build? So my character is literally naked at the minute, apart from our medical gown. We shall dispose of this like everyone else. We'll just chuck it on the floor. And it actually turns out that I do have a lot of crap. Over the years I've accumulated lots and lots and lots and lots of armour and paints and things like this. I wonder if they've managed to put in that lovely move all button yet. It doesn't look like it. So, what are we going to do? For now, we need to put an undersuit on. Any undersuit will do. And we'll go with our tried and tested lovely Kunuto build. There we go. And an Argo cargo backpack for now. One of those, one of those. And it's a good thing we're in the hospital, because that means straight away we can go to the pharmacy and we can buy ourselves some med guns. And these things are vital if you're going out to do pretty much anything, I think. Doesn't matter if you're even going out in a ship. I still reckon it's worth buying 1 or 2 of these. So we scroll down and we buy a couple of med guns. I'm going to buy 3 for now. I'm only buying a few because I know that when I start looting all these abandoned sites and things, there'll be med guns in the crates that I can bring back to save a bit of money. So, and there we go. They're in the utility slot, and now we have a med gun as well as a med pen. Next important thing whilst we're in New Babbage is we need to go and get some ammo for our weapons. So, well worth buying some for a default loadout. I'm not going to go crazy because I'm going to be travelling all over the place. But unfortunately, I'm probably going to make my base Port Tressler for the foreseeable future because of all the new content that's around Microtech, at least until Siege of Orison comes live. And then we can move to Orison for a bit. But for now, just so we're not in an atmosphere and we aren't travelling through atmosphere constantly as soon as we start a game, so we have to travel up to space to then go and travel back down again, I'm going to move all my stuff to Port Tressler, which is always fun. That's why I'm asking if they have a move all button when we're inside a ship, so we'll see. So let's go and get some ammunition from Centre Bass. And personal weapons. There's mainly 2 weapons that I want to buy ammo for here, and I'm going to buy plenty of it because it may be a while before I get to another outpost where I can buy ammo, because Port Tressler does not have ammunition. So one of those is my P6 rifle, so we are going to buy a lot of magazines, so 50 for this. You'll see why shortly as I start to move around a bit. And A03 as well, because the A03 is another one I use a lot due to the Artimex sets that I have. Let's see what else we've got, just check. I don't need to buy Coda ammo here. I think that should do. We're not going to need to worry about sniper rifle or SMG ammo and things like that for now. Go to miscellaneous and buy some med pens as well, just to fill out our stock. There we go, all done. So now my inventory in New Babbage is basically set. What this means is now we need to go to the spaceport and we need to go spaceward and take everything from New Babbage to Port Tressler, which is always fun. So let's go to the spaceport. Lots of positivity in the chat so far, which is really nice to see. People enjoying the amount of money they've got. Apparently I'm not the only one who's got ridiculous amounts of money based on playtime in the last patch. So lots of people happy that basically the playtime that you had turns into money, depending on how much you played the game when you were in it last patch. It's a really good idea. Climb into our bay. And once we're inside, we can hit inventory, and we can move everything into here. It doesn't look like there's a move all button yet either, which is annoying. And I can't highlight anything, so I've got to do it the old-fashioned way, which means dragging everything into the Star Runner one by one. So here we go. Okay, I think we're about there. I haven't grabbed every single piece of armour I own, just to save some time. Okay, the door's shut just as we got there. Now, I've got to be more boring again and do the reverse. And take everything back into Port Tressler. So, if I close the filter off... there we go. And now I'm going to move everything back. So, here we go. Go. Everything moved across. That wasn't so painful. Oh, okay, MSR. So, whilst we're here in Port Tressler, we aren't just going to be here to idle and use it as a home, because when you're in a base, or when you make a base like this, it's useful to buy, essentially, replacement parts. And when I speak about that, I don't mean in the case of chips, like guns and missiles and things like that. Of course you can restock. I'm talking about things for when you want to go on excursions. So in my case that would be armor, or as is useful for Port Tressler, because I tend to not try and get myself in situations where I'm going to get killed that much. Like, I don't raid that many bunkers and things, not unless I'm in a group anyway. This is things that is supplementary. So in this case, we're talking about backpacks. Oh, hello, object container streaming. There's obviously no one here at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the store that's in Port Tressler, which is in the Galleria. So Port Tressler doesn't have a gun shop. Ooh, frame rate. Everything loading in shaders because I cleared my shader folder. So we're going to go to the Galleria, and Port Tressler does have an armory shop. And what we want from the armory shop is backpacks. Because I have OCD and I like to colour code my armour. So for instance, if I'm wearing the white set, like I am now, of my Artemex gear, there is the Ariel, is it Ariel? Oh no, it's the Arden, sorry, backpack. And there is the Rhyme variant at Port Tressler here. So yeah, there is an armour shop at Port Tressler, as you can see, because here you can buy the Novikov suit. So if you want the cold suit, I may actually pick a couple of these up, because they are useful, even though I've got my Expo one. And they have the Novikov backpack here, which is also very useful, so we're going to buy 5 of those, because these are heavy backpacks, and they look a bit different. So, here they have the Thule backpack for the heavy one, so we're going to pick up some of these as well, because these are useful. This is going to be a very expensive shopping trip. Probably not quite as expensive as when we get to Grim Hex, though. And they have the default Arden backpack, which is like blue, as you can see. So it's got the blue top. And then they have the Rhyme variant, which is white, which is why I like this one. So we're going to buy a load of these. 30,000 AUECs worth, 21 of them. Just nice to have backups. And then that's our shopping done in Port Tressler, basically. After this, we need to take a bit of a journey. So now we need to go to Grim Hex, providing we don't get blown up. Another fun quirk of 17.2 is that they've made the elevators a lot faster. The doors are very slow to close, as you can see, but the elevators themselves move a lot quicker, so you get to where you need to go a lot faster. Some landing gear out. Yeah, I had to step away for a few minutes, but here we are in Scutters. So we're in Grim Hex, and we're here for a good reason. Let's turn the chat off for a second. Ooh, we can buy some crews. I may buy a few of those because my character's just starting to get hungry and thirsty. So, the first item I have come here to buy is my trusty sidearm. I'm going to buy a few of these, considering I have the money to do so now. 26 might be a bit many. Take it down to 20. And that is a Coda pistol. I always use these guns. I love this pistol ever since I had its introduction. It was many patches ago. And I got to play Theatres of War.
Why can't anyone put things back where they found them? It's not my job to pick up after you.
I do love this dude here. Played the Theatres of War, and we got to use the Coda pistol there. It's a great sidearm. Also, some sinkhole backpacks. This is one of the only places to buy this thing. So I'm going to buy some of these as well. So these are medium backpacks. If you don't want something quite as big as a heavy, but you want something that can handle more than a light backpack. Okay, now we can go back to our Mercury Star Runner, and we can head back. We have everything we need to start playing, and because we have plenty of money, I don't have to worry about grinding missions. The only thing I need to do is get my reputation chains up. So in 17.2 they introduced the ability to keep your reputation, so you don't have to grind all of your rep again, which is really useful. I know that if you want to do bounty missions and things, you basically have to do the entry ones, but as soon as you do that, your reputation goes back to its normal high area. You just have to do the entry missions basically, and then your reputation is back where it was. Okay, so we're at Port Tressler. We're back at Port Tressler. I've switched out into the Novikov Expo armor. So this is the Novikov armor, but this is the variant that you got from 2019 CitizenCon. So rather than the black and yellow, it's orange and purple, just for a bit of a change. And we're just gearing up because we're going to go and try one of these abandoned outposts on live server. So the first one I've done on live. And start hunting some of these rare artifacts that I've had a fascination with on the PTU. So we're just going to get armed up. So this is what we need now. We don't know if people are going to be assholes when we're here, or if it's going to be a bit more friendly like it was on the PTU. The PTU was kind of a mixed bag, and it was quite fun actually. I had a lot of fun going through and seeing what would happen. I've still got like a load of B-roll footage of crazy stuff that happened at some of these outposts. Maybe I'll overlay some of it here, just as a couple of minutes of shenanigans. Oh no, he got killed by the NPCs. Oh dear. That's why you should clear sites. And clear the whole site, not just the ones you can see. But yeah, I had loads and loads and loads of fun. So what we're going to do is, normally I would take a AO3, but what I'm going to do now, just for a bit more of a punch, because I know that the AI has been improved, I am going to attach my P6. I'm going to take the 16 times scope off the P6, and I'm going to take the 8 times scope off of the Lodestone AO3, and then I'm going to put the 8 times scope on the P6, because you need a sniper rifle for these things, but the 16 times is far too much. So yeah, you don't need something that's quite that strong magnification down there. So then we need some P6 magazines. Then these things are colossal, because this thing basically is the 50 cal of Star Citizen, and that's why I love it. So plenty of magazines for that. We have our medigun, we have some med pens, we have our utility tool, but we don't have a tractor beam attachment for it at the minute. That's what we're missing. We've got some food. I think we're ready to go. Just going to call our Pisces and go and have a look. Interesting. Someone brought a C2 to this one. So it just jumped servers. There's a Cutlass on its way, an NPC Cutlass, but I don't know if it's got stuck. The problem with the increased player cap, it's great for overall gameplay, but it does mean that every site I go to has already been ransacked. An NPC in the tower. There we go. Oh, some armor items in here. Nothing I really want though. There's another box up there as well. Ooh, this one's got some more bits in it. And you see you get quite a bit of loot here. Med guns, which are always useful. Like I said, didn't need to buy them all. And I'll always take some drinks. There's a nice multi-tool in here as well. Medical attachments, no tractor beam attachments, which is a bit disappointing, but you can see there's some gems if you need some money. Not a bad starting resource if you start searching these. Yeah, looks like we're a bit out of luck regarding the boxes again. There's another one in there, but unfortunately I don't have a tractor beam attachment to move the boxes to get to it. See if there's another one up here. Looks like our friendly neighbourhood C2 has vanished. Obviously the pilot had logged or got shot. No, it looks like we're out of luck this time. Got some loot. not quite the stuff we wanted, and no artifact boxes. But that's why we keep searching, and that's what's going to be fun in this patch, just to find these artifacts. So we can go back to our bicycles just as the sun is setting. And you see it's very cold as our lady friend here starts to search. So there we go. That is, in a nutshell, what I do when a new patch fires up. So that is that. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for the new patch? Are you ready to dive straight in and get ready for Siege and the Jump Town event that's coming up? Are you ready to go and hunt some artifacts like I am, or do some bunkers, or the new combat event mission tag things, because they're a really easy way to make money? Let me know what you guys think. Tell me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you like this and think I deserve it, please give it a like, consider subbing if you fancy sticking around. If you're thinking of taking part in the game, feel free to use my referral code on screen or click the link below for bonus in-game money that helps me out as well. See you in the next one.